Hey John, I hope you can hear me. The video light's on anyways, so hope you can hear me over this fan, but I'm gonna make a real short video of the Xposed modules here. You know how you get to them from Alliance settings, swipe over like that, go down here to custom apps, click on custom apps, go to framework installer. Now you already went into framework and pushed install, right? And you're showing a green number under active, and under bundled you're showing the exact same number, correct? And then under the exposed bridge.jar you're showing a number in green under active, and then a number under bundled that is the same. So 54, 54, 58, 58. Or whatever your numbers are. They may be different, but they should be the same. As long as they match 58, 58, or 38 and 38, or 54, 58 and 58, it doesn't matter. As long as these green numbers match these bundled numbers, it's installed, everything's good there. You can click on the framework thing right up here next to, right here, right under the clock. See where it says framework and you got the little arrow? You hit that. And go down to modules and I'll show you what modules I have. Now these are kind of personal for what taste you want, what you want to use them for. And there's a little explanation when you download them what the module does. So I'm going to go back really quick and show you that. When you go to download a module like Boot Manager, let's say, this is a very good module to have. I'm going to hit Boot Manager and I'm going to go over, see how you slide these, and it shows you description, all the version numbers you have. You always want to download the latest version, of course. What you got your settings to, you want to set it to global settings, or you want to set it to stable. Don't ever set it to beta or experimental. Those are going to have bugs in them, and experimental is going to have a high risk of bugs, a lot of bugs in them. It's going to screw up your system. So just set on stable, low risk of bugs, and leave it. Or global setting. My global setting happens to be stable. So that way it won't even show you versions that are not stable. See how it says stable up here? Under the 129 right there? I'm hoping it's showing my touches. See where it says stable, where that little white dot is? Stable. Okay. That's what you want to see. Those are the only ones you want to download. Okay. Over here, description, it tells you exactly what this is. Run only the apps you want at system startup. Installation, install this module, enable it in Xposed installer, reboot device. Usage, open this app and select the apps that should not run at system boot. Done. With this app module, you could prevent selected apps from running on startup. Only apps with the permission boot completed are shown in the list. System apps are marked with an exclamation mark. To restrict system apps, you have to donate. Okay, I didn't donate. I'm not restricting system apps. It's not a good idea. But you can read on and on about the description of whatever module you want, okay? Now, you got that. You can read up on what each one is. Here's the ones that I suggest you get. Amplify if you don't already have it, and I suggest you donate the lowest amount so you can do all the safe wake locks. Now after you download a module, it's going to show up here in modules, but it's going to show up like that. See the amplify now? 0.207 is unchecked. Well, that's not going to work now. Okay, as soon as you download it, that's what it looks like. After you get done downloading all your modules under downloads, okay, you sit here and downloaded some modules, bam, install, all that crap. you have to go back to modules and check. See that blue check mark right there next to it now? Okay, it's checked. App settings is also another good one. You can change DPI settings. Is what I use it for is I got bad eyes. I have to wear reading glasses. So I set my DPI settings. There's usually at 100. I set them between 145 and 155 in Facebook, Google Plus, Internet, Chrome, things like that. Things that I gotta read. Okay? That's what app settings is for. Boot Manager already explained it to you. Burnt Toast just simply shows app icon and toast messages. That's it. No big deal. Just helps you show when a toast message comes across the bottom of the screen. It shows an icon of the app that is showing the toast about. It just catches your eye and you know what's going on better, I think. Greenify, and in order to use the experimental features in Greenify, you must have this module, and you must have it checked, remember? Oh, I just hit it. You must have it checked. See that little check mark? You gotta make sure all these are checked after you download them, otherwise they won't work. Just back is a very nice feature. It's very simple. You just slide your finger on the top half of the screen, okay, from like here to here. You slide your finger from the right to the left, and it goes back to the previous screen. It's just a gesture, basically. It's a gesture control. It's very simple. Instead of going down and hitting the back button, you got your finger on the screen already, and you want to go back, you just slide left. Okay, very helpful module. Notify Clean cleans up your notification area, which is up here. See where the white dot is? You know how you get all your notifications, see the battery and the video thing? Well, if you want to keep that clean, you use Notify Clean. You can get rid of all the notifications that pop up there. You can select which ones you don't want to pop up. Status bar volume. Real nice. See when I change my volume? See how I got a bar up there that shows me where my volume's at? See right here? See? Volume all the way down on vibrate. Volume all the way up. I like that myself, okay? That's a personal thing. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. But that's called status bar volume. Swift key goodness on more fields. If you don't use Swift key keyboard, don't worry about this. Don't bother with it. Forget about it. If you do use it, it's a nice thing to have because it enables Swift key predictions on email addresses, websites, and filter list fields. Okay? So it just enables predictions in more fields, which is nice, which saves you typing. Whenever I can save myself typing, as much typing as I do a day, moderating the site, I moderate another site, I do a lot of typing on my phone, so believe me, that helps me out a lot. When Xposed is a natural. You should get when Xposed. You can do a lot of theming to your phone. I don't use it for much theming anymore. I do use it for some settings that are useful, like to record phone calls and stuff like that. You just basically open it up and play around with it. If you have any questions about it, ask. That's one I highly suggest, though. When Xposed. I also like the X Volume 30, which makes the volume into 30 steps mod instead of only like 15. So you got more control over your volume. See, I got 30 steps of volume instead of the stock 15 or 20 or whatever it is. Okay? That's what that does. Expose recent task manager. Add RAM bar in task switcher. That's all it does, is it adds a RAM bar in your task switcher. So when you're going to switch task, it shows you a RAM bar. An exposed torch is great because when your screen is off, you can actually push your up volume button and hold it for a second, and your flashlight comes on. So say you're walking up to your car door, or well, most cars have push button unlock now, but say you're walking up to the door on the front of your house and you didn't leave the porch light on. Instead of sitting there fumbling around with your keys, you push the up button with your screen off on your phone. You just push the up button on your volume and it turns on your flashlight for you, which is great. Now these are the only exposed modules that I use in Alliance ROM, because this is all I really need, because Alliance ROM has so many settings in it that I really don't need much to customize. See, I used to use Xposed to customize the hell out of my phone. I had my stock ROM, customized it to look like a custom ROM. You can do that with Wanam Xposed, XBlast, Android Theme Engine. There's a few others, but a lot of these good ones, modules, are built into Alliance ROM already. Like the low volume warning, the high volume warning when you turn up the volume too loud. When you're on stock, it used to pop up a thing on your screen saying high volume can damage your eardrums, blah, 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 blah. Who gives a shit? I want to jam out my music, you know? Well, that's already built into Alliance ROM. He already nixed that. He got rid of all that bullshit already. So these are the only ones that I use. I use Amplify, Amp Settings, Boot Manager, Burnt Toast, Greenify, Just to Back, Notify Clean, Status Bar Volume, Swift Key Goodness on more fields, Wanam Xposed, X Volume 30, Xposed X RAM, and Exposed Torch. Just make sure you got this check in each of these boxes in order for the modules to work. If you want to turn off a module because you don't like it, you simply do that. Now it's off, you reboot your device, bam. That module is off and like it was never there. It doesn't make any changes to your system whatsoever. If you want to delete it, you just hold down on it for a second and hit uninstall. Or you can launch it from here. You can launch the UI for Boot Manager. I'll show you Boot Manager. In the red are the apps I got not starting at boot up. Black are the ones that I have starting at boot up. So the only apps I have of mine starting at boot up is Attaway, Battery Saver, BusyBox Pro, Chromecast, DS Battery Saver, Greenify, Internet Booster, Link to SD, and Lucky Patcher. Performance Booster, RAM Booster, SD Card Booster, Set CPU, Status Bar Volume, Swift Key, and Viper for Android FX and Wi-Fi Timeout. All these other ones that don't need to be running at startup, I have blocked. Okay? And now I'm going to go back and recheck it because I do want it to run. And that's all there is to it, buddy. I mean, it's real simple. You got settings here, which I suggest you don't mess with. Just leave it the same. You can change this if you want. Usually I think it comes like this. This is probably what you see. You can go down to settings and change theme to black, which is useful for AMOLED screens, which is the screens that we have. The AMOLED OLED, which is stands for organic LED. AM, I can't remember what it stands for, but all Samsung Note 3s have AMOLED screens. So that's the only thing I changed in settings. So it's a little easier on the eyes and easier on your battery. The rest of this shit, leave alone. Get you in trouble. Okay. Next, let's see here. Anything else? Oh, once you're done downloading a module and making sure that you make sure that it's see that one's unchecked. Make sure you check it. Okay, make sure it's checked. Then what you can do instead of doing a full reboot is come down here and hit not reboot here, but the one right above it, the soft reboot. Hit soft reboot and it does a really quick reboot. It only takes a second or two. It doesn't take forever like a regular reboot. And then all your modules will be active for you, okay? And that's all I use on this this one here, bud. That's it. These are the only modules I use. But now you can go through this list. You might want to use more. So you go to download. Go past the ones you already have installed. There should be a line. Yeah, right here. It says not installed. See where it says not installed right here? You can go through these and read them. Say you find one that looks pretty cool to you. Let's see. And some of them are just for certain phones, so be careful about that. You know what I mean? Don't pick a Sony Xperia module for your Samsung phone. Let's say I want... Say I want Android theme engine, okay? It's going to tell me it supports Samsung Galaxy S4, S5, Note 3, Note 4, and Note Edge, the Xperia, blah, blah, blah. Android theme engine allows you to theme your Android device on the go without the need to flash or install any extra file. Most of the mods and themes can even be applied without the need to restart the device. Android theme engine is one of the one-stop shopping mall for changing the look of your device. It is a treasure full of themes. Now this is a good app. I used to use it on other ROMs and on my stock ROM. But like I said, there's no reason to use it in Alliance ROM. When I get up, I'll switch over to my other ROM I'm running and show you the modules I'm using in there in Biggin's ROM and show you how many more modules I'm actually using. But see, it gives you a full description of what's going on. If you want more support, you go to support here. It takes you to the XDA form on that module and it explains it a lot more. You can read questions that have been answered. Maybe that's the same question you have about it. So on and so forth. Go over to versions. You always want to download the latest version. It tells you what's been changed in it. Oh, after you download it, there'll be an install button over here. Usually hit the install button. Down here you'll hit install and then you'll hit done. That's about it, bud. I mean, that's all there is to it. Like I said, when I get up, I'll show you the other modules I use in my different ROM. Because in Alliance ROM, you really don't need to use that many. I mean, these right here get me by, get me everything I want that wasn't in the ROM. See, I'm only using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them, okay? Well, when I was running my stock ROM, I probably had about 25. When I'm running Biggins ROM, I think I probably got around 18 to 20. I'll have to check when I get up. I haven't really put them all in there yet anyways. I'm still not done testing Biggins ROM yet. I've just been so busy lately and not been feeling good, spending a lot of time in bed. Between the times of having to do things I don't want to do, and they've been having me go to physical therapy lately and shit. It's been really hard on me. So like I said, when I get up, I'll show you the other modules I have in another ROM, just to give you an idea of some of the other modules. But you can just go to the download list and you can go scroll through all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of modules they have in here. And like I said, they got a little thing with them right here that tells you what they're about, you know. And if you want a better description, just click on it and it'll give you a description right here, okay? It's about as much as I can tell you about it. It's about all there is to it. One good thing about it is that it runs on Xposed. It runs on a framework, which means it makes no permanent system settings whatsoever. So whatever you change in it, as soon as you uncheck that module and reboot, all those changes are gone. Like they never happened. None of them are in your device anymore whatsoever. Which is a very safe way to theme your device, let's say. Or to have it do things you want it to do very safely. Because all you got to do if something happens and it doesn't like it is to uncheck and uninstall the module, and it takes your device right back to the way it was stock. So this is very safe. But I'll talk to you more when I get up. I thought I'd make you a short video now. You seemed a little anxious about it, so figured I'd have a cigarette, make a quick video. I'm done with my cigarette now. I just took my medicine, so I gotta get back to sleep. I'm tired. I'll talk to you when I get up, bud. Bye.